Next is from Sean Richard, and the subject is Disco Hogtied. Hey, Disco, I was recently watching a WSI shoot interviews on YouTube, where Buff Bagwell said he recalls you being hogtied duct tape by the Steiners. They also attempted to stick a Sharpie up your Is Buff just talking out of his mind, or what is he talking about? Explain, please. Any great ribs the Steiners done before you recall? Thanks, Sean Richard from New Orleans, Louisiana. No, but Buff is getting two stories mixed up.
Do you want to listen to it or no?
How long is it?
2 minutes, 30 seconds-ish.
Nah, because I know the story here. I'll just tell the story.
Yeah, okay.
He's conflating the... So I've told this story. So the Steiner brothers... I used to hang out with Scott Steiner when he was when they were locker room bullies. It wasn't Scott that duct taped me. It was Rick. And he did it. It was at the Disney tapings, and there's like a stair rail. Like if there's like when you're walking downstairs and there's a rail to the stairs. Like Steiner would pick on like me. This is Rick. Rick and Scott would pick, but Rick would pick on me. Rick would pick on Rey Mysterio. They'd pick on the trainer. Like they were just. It was funny because they were like bullies, and people would laugh at their bullying because they're just like that's just them. But he taped me to one of those steel rails. He taped my arms to the steel rail, and somebody had to come and Terry Taylor had to come and cut the thing off. The Sharpie story was the trainer. Remember that story where they stuck the Sharpie up the trainer's? That was a trainer. Okay, so that was a complete. Buff's trying to get conflating two stories, but they did that to the trainer. But they had they would pick on people, and everybody kind of laugh at it and stuff. But the funniest thing was I was hanging out. We come back home. Me and Scott Steiner would go out on the lake on his. And that's the funny thing about Scott Steiner. He would even bully you. He had two jet skis, right? And we'd go jet skiing, and he would like knock me off the jet ski. Well, he'd put bumper cars on the jet skis. I mean, they were just different animals back then. They were just they were bullies. They were big guys. Everybody knew they were shooters. You couldn't really do anything. What could you do? You can't. They'd rip your head off.
Yeah, you can't beat them.
So yeah, you can't do anything. So it's but that was the extent of the. That was that story. He's conflating two incidents, but the Sharpie thing was not. That was not me. That was a trainer.
In Brett's book, he says Rick and Scott were horrible on when it came to little Dink. Remember Doink's midget wrestler? I don't know who it was.
Right, they picked on their brother. Yeah, that's what bullies do. They pick on smaller guys.
Yeah,
it's like they pick on me. I was 215. Ray was 170 pounds. The trainer was 180 pounds. It's just that was them. So.